Oia or Ia is a small village and former community in the South Aegean on the islands of Thera, Santorini, and Therasia, in the Cyclades, Greece. Since the 2011 local government reform, it has been part of the municipality of Santorini, of which it is a municipal unit. It covers the whole island of Therasia and the northwesternmost part of Santorini, which it shares with the municipal unit of Santorini. The main street is named Nicolo no Macau. The population was 1,545 inhabitants at the 2011 census, and the land area is 19.449 square kilometers. Oia was previously known as Apano Maria, a name which still occurs locally as Pano Maria, and the inhabitants are still called Apanomarites. The ancient Greek Oia was one of the two harbors of ancient Thera and was located in the southeast of the island, where Kamuri is now. Oia reached the peak of prosperity in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Its economic prosperity was based on its merchant fleet, which plied trade in the eastern Mediterranean, especially from Alexandria to Russia. The two-story captain's houses built on the highest part of the village are a reminder of the village's former affluence. Part of the town was destroyed by the 1956 earthquake. The settlement of Oia had been mentioned in various travel reports before the beginning of Venetian rule, when Marco Sanudo founded the Duchy of Naxos in 1207 and feudal rule was instituted on Santorini. Under the de Corogna family, Agios Nikolaos Castle, also called Apanamirida, was one of 5 local citadels. Its residential keep, Gulas, is now in the oldest part of the town, on its southwestern edge. In 1537, Herdan Barbarossa conquered the Aegean islands and placed them under Sultan Selim II. However, Santorini remained under the Crispo family until 1566, passing then to Joseph Nasi and after his death in 1579 to the Ottoman Empire. From the 16th to the 19th century, the settlement was designated Apanamirida on maps. In the mid-17th century, Jean de Thévenot uses the name Castelli San Nicolas. The name was changed to Oia in the second half of the 19th century. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the town was a mariner's town that flourished as a result of seaborne trade throughout the Mediterranean, particularly as part of the trade route between Russia and Alexandria. In 1890, Oia had approximately 2,500 residents and approximately 130 sailing ships. There was a wharf in the Bay of Armeni. Excellent wine was produced in quantity in the hinterland and exported to France amongst other places. However, the arrival of steam and the concentration of shipping at Piraeus caused the town's seagoing trade to collapse, and agriculture also diminished as increasing emigration took place, especially to Piraeus and Laurium. The economy of the town declined in the early 20th century on account of wars, economic depression, and over-extraction of fish resources. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake on July 9, 1956 caused considerable damage. The epicenter of the strongest aftershock, magnitude 7.2, was located off the northern coast of Santorini. The earthquake was followed by renewed emigration, and in 1977 Oia had only 306 inhabitants. After the earthquake, the village redeveloped into an attractive tourist town of the Cyclades, and is known as a picture-perfect town which gets crowded with people during the summer season. Oia is a scenic village on the northwest edge of the Santorini island within the Cyclades. It extends for almost 2 kilometers, 1.2 miles, along the northern edge of the caldera that forms the island of Santorini, at a height of between 70 and 100 meters, 230 and 330 feet, above sea level. Immediately to the east is Phoenicia, and about 500 meters, 550 yd, to the north is Tholos. The small fishing village of Ormus Armeni, Romu Omicron Alpha Romu Nueta, lies below Oia to the south and is reached via steps. There is a ferry connection to Therasia from the harbor village of Ormus Amadai, also spelled Amudi, to the west. There are 300 steps down to the port from Oia. The small island of Agios Nikolaos lies to the southwest. It is built on the steep slope of the caldera, and the houses and restaurants are built into niches carved into the caldera on the seaward side. There are narrow passageways and a central square. The sunlight hours in this village are much longer than in the Fira town. Its paths are very narrow and hence gets congested during the tourist season. The idyllic surroundings of the town have a complex of whitewashed, blue-domed churches and charming, traditional cyclitic houses and cave houses that are carved into the rock face on top of the cliff. It is set in a location which provides excellent views of the sunset over the caldera. To the southwest, the Bay of Armeni, reachable from the town on foot or by mule, was once an important boat-building center. Small repairs are now done on a single wharf. Excursion boats for trips around the island and ferries to their Asia leave from here. The harbor of Amadai on the western side of the town is reached by steep stairs north of Fort Lunsa. There are a few tavernas and a pebble beach. The village is located on top of a hill, at about 150 meters, 490 feet, elevation, and known as the Eagle's Nest, from where Palia and Nia Kamini volcanoes are seen, and also the island of Thyrisha. It is situated to the north of the island, and Fira is at distance of 11 kilometers, 6.8 miles. The main street in the town, in the central square, is the main trekking path which is cobbled, called the Nikalona, which goes up the hill winding round the caldera. The island is reached from Fira, which is the transport terminus of the island. Caldera boat cruise options are available from either Oia or Fira. Oia typifies the white painted houses of the Cyclades, in many cases built directly into niches which are cave houses used by crew of the ships, on the lip of the volcanic crater, between which are narrow alleys and blue-roofed churches with cupolas. The wealthy ship captains of the late 19th century built neoclassical mansions. These houses are seen built in succession, one above the other. In 1976 the town was included in the program for preservation and development of traditional settlements of the Greek National Tourism Organization under Aris Constantinides. Over 15 years, the program sought to preserve, restore, and find new uses for selected houses and architectural ensembles representative of traditional Greek architecture. Many of the Episkaf auspicia, simple seamen's houses on the edge of the caldera, became guest houses, hotels, and restaurants. For their work in Oia, the Greek National Tourism Organization received the Europa Nostra Prize in 1979 and the Prize of the Architecture Biennale in Sofia in 1986. Oia community is working with geologists at the University of Athens and the University of Thessaloniki to map the geology of the area and evaluate ground stability, and the president of the community has restricted construction to minimize risk from future earthquakes. The town is noted for its white and blue domed houses. The houses are painted in white lime water so that the rainwater which falls over it runs down and can be collected. The other reason for painting the houses white is for aesthetic purposes. The other explanation given is that during the Ottoman rule of Greece, which lasted for over 400 years, Greeks were not allowed to fly their white flag. In defiance, in Oia they painted their entire housing complex in white with domes, giving the village an effective white perspective and elegance. Impressive houses in the town are those cliff houses built in the niches carved into the caldera slopes with provision of air-filled pumice which provides insulation benefits to the building, keeping it warm in winter and cool in summer. Oh yeah, before I forget, hit the subscribe button below for more videos to come. YouTube will notify you our new uploaded videos. Thank you for watching.